Now to a Fox 5 News alert. Health officials are tracking a new cluster of measles cases right here in metro Atlanta. Public health officials confirmed 3 new cases. And Good Day's Alex Whittler is at the Fox 5 live desk with a rundown. Alex?
Well, at least all 3 current Georgia measles patients are within an unvaccinated family that recently traveled internationally. While they were not contagious during their actual travel, health workers are actively searching for people who may have encountered the 3 family members after they arrived back here in Georgia. The state health department has not yet released the specific flight details, public locations, or local businesses that the family visited after returning home. Officials also haven't disclosed the specific country where the family contracted the virus. But the 3 new cases bring Georgia's total to 5 for this year. To protect yourself and your loved ones, the CDC recommends children receive their first dose of the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, or MMR, between 12 and 15 months, followed by a second dose between 4 and 6 years old. For infants aged 6 to 11 months who are traveling internationally, the CDC advises a single preventative dose before departure, followed by 2 regular doses after their first birthday. Measles is a highly contagious virus that spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Symptoms usually appear 7 to 14 days after exposure and include a high fever, cough, runny nose, and watery eyes before a tiny rash with red spots appears across the body. Run, Annalise.
All right, Alex, thank you.